Yeah, do you know? Coffee.
Coffee,
Buna.
yeah.
Buna.
Yeah.
And do you know Ethiopia is also, we have Lucy, which has been like 3.3 million years. It's also discovered here in Ethiopia. And in addition to this, in Ethiopia, there are three dynasties. The first one is called Aksumite dynasty. The second one is the Zagwe dynasty. And the third one is called the Gondarian dynasty. So now,
Yeah.
so for this afternoon, we are talking about the Zagwe dynasty because the rocking church of Lalibela, and there are many churches outside in Lalibela. Those churches are built during the Zagwe period of the time. So when you see the Zagwe dynasty was established by King Merah Teklaimanot, according to the tradition, during the time of the Zagwe dynasty, there were 11 kings. From those 11 kings, 4 are very famous. When you see the 4 honor king of the Zagwe dynasty, the first one is called King Imran Christus. The church far from Lalibela, 42 kilometers, and that church is also built before the rocking church of Lalibela during the 10th century. And the second one is called King Harvey. This church is also outside from Lalibela, 32 kilometers away from Lalibela. And the third one is called King Lalibela, who can carve out the 11 churches from this time. So before I start the information about the churches, I want to give you some information about his background. King Lalibela, he was born from his mother Krewena and from his father Zansiyum in the late of 11th century. So when King Lalibela born from his mother, he was surrounded by a swarm of bees, and the bees was recognized by his sovereignty. So King Lalibela, before he had a milk from his mother, he got a honey from the bees. So there are people who spoken Ago language in the southern part of Ethiopia. In those Ago language people, Lalibela means, Lal means a honey, Libela means like eater. So King Lalibela means he's a honey eater because he got a honey from the bees before he got a milk from his mother. So King Lalibela, why King Lalibela, he carved out the 11 churches from this town before he built. There was Ethiopian Orthodox Torah Christian people. Those people, they was traveling to Jerusalem for the religious ceremony. And those people, when they travel to Jerusalem, they just killed by the different religions on the way from Jerusalem, as well around in Jerusalem, they just killed. So after this problem happening based on Ethiopian Christianity, King Lalibela, he traveled around the world, especially which are the most holy places. He has been in Jerusalem for 13 years, and he has been also Egypt, Jordan, Yemen, which are the most holy places. And after he came back from his traveling, he built 11 churches, and the 11 churches of Lalibela are categorized into 3 groups. So now we are in the first group of churches, and at the first group of church we have 6 churches, and the 6 churches are symbolized by earthly Jerusalem. It's a symbol, earthly Jerusalem. And in the southern cluster, at the second group of church, we have 4 churches, and the 4 churches are symbolized by heavenly Jerusalem. And the third one is called, symbolized by Ark of Noah, called St. George, the famous one. So for this afternoon, we are starting from this church. What you have seen, this church, the name is called Beta Medhania. Yeah. Beta means it's like a house. Medhania means the house of the Savior of the world. And this church is the biggest and the largest church of King Lalibela from the 11 churches. And I can say round in the world, I mean from the rocking tile. And you can see this church, it's have like 72 pillars or columns. And what you have seen, those are not the original column of King Lalibela. It's because King Lalibela, he carved out all the churches during the 12th century, and during the 16th century, there was a natural disaster called earthquake. Because of that earthquake, the pillars are partially collapsed down. Local people, they built it, you can see from the bottom, they built it up to support on the top of the roof. So this church is...
So that's what
there is.
is original.
Yes.
But when we go the other side of the churches, we will see the original column of King Lalibela. Then you'll see the difference between this pillar and the other side of the pillars. And if you have any question at any time, you guys are the most welcome.
Was this built? How did he build this? Was it built
You mean when he built King Lalibela?
Yeah.
So King Lalibela, when he built this church, he was using like very different metal small materials, like the chisel, hammer, ox, and different metal materials. He was using to carve out the rocks. And of course, some of the legend writers they say when King Lalibela carved out the churches, there was 14,000 people who can participate to carve out the churches. But what I read and what the priestess they explained for us, when when King Lalibela carved out the churches, King Lalibela he built the churches in the day period of the time, and the angels was helping him in the night period of the time. So
That's what I heard. Yeah.
the angels was participating, and they can help him in the night period of times. It's because after Christianity comes to the world, the people who are Christian, they are very strong on the religious, and they can do whatever they need because God is always with them. So the angels was helping him when he carved out the churches. Any question?
Any questions?
Clear for you?
Yes.
Good. Let's go down.
Okay. Oh, በጣም ጎበዝ ነው።
Yeah, this wow, yeah, and it's beautiful. Like this tennis is just sweet.
They record you when you are walking?
No problem.
በሰ ወረድ ነው አርታች እሺ ወረድና እንሂዳ careful. That's for a drainage system, yeah? Drainage system. Drainage, yeah. Okay. Walking down slowly, yeah? Yeah, walking up.
They always get the vacuums, even they always eat the animal because there's no transport access. To reduce the suffrage of the Ethiopian government to create the second Jerusalem fighting time. For instance, here is a place named here. For example, do you know about Jordan River? Jordan River. So when it's about that by the Jordan River.
Okay. May I stop the video?
Yeah, you can say.
Okay.